Everyone remembers their first client and how they got them. But we also remember how we lose this first client. More than 1 year ago, we got our first client and I remember every little detail about them. In today's video, I'm going to share the whole situation. How did we get them? What services did we provide? What happened during the time that we were together? And then how we parted ways 6 months after we started working together. So at the end of April 2023, we got the idea of starting an agency. We opened up our website, we chose a name, and we knew from all the gurus out there that we needed to pick a niche. We needed to pick one niche we were going to be targeting. So after some discussions for 1 or 2 days, we decided, the three of us, we are three partners, we decided that we're going to go for the sewer niche. Let's just say that we thought that it's going to be a niche that is going to be developing all the time during the next years, and we decided we're going to work with that niche. So we started looking for all the different solar installers in Bulgaria. We decided to first do it locally here and only then grow outside of Bulgaria. So we got a list of all the solar installers. We got all their phones, all their emails, and eventually we started cold calling first because we knew that cold calling was the best way to go forward. Nowadays, I disagree. I don't think cold calling is the best way, nor do I think that cold email is the best way, but that is a different topic. So we started with the cold calling, and I think 2 or 3 weeks after we had started with the cold calling, we got some discoveries, and eventually we also got a discovery that led to a offer call. Now, discovery, for those of you that don't know, our process of getting new clients is the following. Once we manage to convince them through a cold call to set up a different call, that different call is the discovery call. It's the call where we get to know more about the business, we get to know their challenges, we get to know their needs, their goals, etc. And then after this discovery call, we get some time to think about their custom marketing plan, and then we create it and then we present it on an offer call, which is the second call that we have. So going back to the story, we got this discovery call with this solar installer in Bulgaria. It looked like they were just looking for a marketing company, so we had the luck, I would say, that we just came across them at the right time. And after the discovery call, we offered them a very, very low price. I mean, if I compare it to right now, it's like 4 or 5 times lower, but that's a different topic once again. So we offered them this, they said yes, and we started working. Now, the main service that we were offering was organic content creation for their social media pages on Facebook and Instagram, and also running paid ads again on Facebook and Instagram. We didn't have that much experience. Now, of course, we had the theory. I had my own experience from testing and experimenting stuff with my startup, but again, we haven't really done it in this exact way, working for a specific client and doing it for a solar panel business. In any case, we started doing it, and actually 1 month after we started working together, we were already seeing results. The results we were seeing were leads coming in, and they were coming in a lot. It's like we were getting a lot of engagement for all the different posts that we were doing that were part of our marketing funnel. And we were also getting leads that were coming in through the instant forms that we created for that business. If you don't know what an instant form is, I've created a video about it, make sure you check that out. So we started getting all those leads, it looked very, very promising, but during our calls with our client, we had weekly report calls. During those calls, we were getting the feedback that all those leads were not converting, that nothing was really happening with them, and they were not really buyers, they were just asking around about solar panels. We started thinking why that is, we started thinking how we can change it. One of the things that we did was to implement one more question that is qualifying the people that are filling out the form. So they need to answer one more question, and if they're answering more questions, that usually means they're more serious about what we are offering. So we did that, But unfortunately that didn't change. The client was still saying that they are getting leads, but once they call them, they're just not serious enough. We were wondering what kind of issue is going on here, like where exactly are we failing, what type of things are the people saying, what type of things are these leads saying, but we weren't getting the transparency from our client. He was just saying that there is an issue, but we couldn't really understand what exactly was the issue. So we wanted to test that out, and we wanted to see what exactly happens when a lead comes in. So we made a test. The lead form was submitted by one of our guys, and we got a call from our client that is about the sales process. And on this call, we saw that actually the sales process is pretty bad. So yes, we got asked some questions about our need for solar panel. We explained, we asked some questions back, and we really didn't get the best answers. But anyway, we still got the questions. At the end of this call, we were promised an offer. That is usually how things work. So you have this discovery call with the solar panel installer. They ask you some questions, and then they can provide a quote, an offer that is for the initial needs that you have. So we were promised this offer, and 1 day passed, 2 days passed, 3 days passed, and nothing came through. And then one little light popped in our head that we were just not doing the correct thing. We were not handling this part of the calls, and that's one of the issues that we saw of the whole process that we were having with this client. In the first 1 or 2 or 3 months, they really trusted us. They were getting all those leads, but when they're not closing those leads, that's where the issue comes through. Even if we give them 1,000,000 leads, if they cannot close one of those leads, then they're just wasting their money. This is one of the main takeaways that we got from working with this business. We got this takeaway, unfortunately, way too late. They've already made a decision that they're not seeing any results from marketing, so they just decided that we're going to be parting ways. But again, we still managed to get a lot of experience for these 6 months. We got to test out even more different strategies, and we also realized this very key important takeaway that we need to be the ones who are qualifying all those leads and booking in the discovery calls or getting in all the information that is needed for those offers. Because if we didn't do that, we had to leave that to the sales team that they had. And when the sales team is not very good, then it's your own service that is suffering. Now, was the breakup with the client hard? No, I wouldn't say that it was hard. It wasn't hard because they understood that we were doing everything that we can. They also knew that they had to try other things as well, and it was more like a natural decision to cut things off rather than some kind of an escalation and then being aggressive and stuff like that. I think that at the end we were both with very good feelings. We didn't do the right thing exactly, I would say, but from their side I wouldn't say that everything was perfect either. So in any case, we did end things, but all the learnings that we got are priceless. Now, 1 year and even more than 1 year after we got our first client, we're already in a totally different phase for our business. We're working with a different niche. We know exactly how to get them results, and we have been getting even more learnings from all the different businesses that we work with, but they are not as big and not as crucial as the one that we got from our first client. And that's why we're always going to be remembering that first client, and we're always going to be remembering why we lost them. And I think it's good for any service-based business or for any agency out there. The moment you lose a client, you do a retrospective meeting. You just gather the whole team and you start talking about why did you think you lost them. That's how we got to this conclusion about the sales process and about the fact that we need to be included in that. In any type of situation where the client is leaving, whether it's a good way or a bad way, so whether they escalated you and that's why you're now ending things on a very bad term, or if it's a very good one. Maybe they just want to take the marketing in-house. You have done nothing wrong, but they just want to do it in-house. That's fine. If that's the case, still make a retrospective and get the best out of it. If you're also an agency owner, or if you're building a small service-based business, then I invite you to join in this journey and tell me in the comments what do you want me to talk about next. As I have said in previous videos, I'm open to discuss anything, and I really want to give you full transparency about building my business. There is nothing to hide. And remember, never settle for average.